Good evening and welcome to the briefing room. I'm Madhavdas Gopalakrishnan. Ranchi saw high voltage scenes today as protesting students breached multiple barricades, facing batons, tear gas and water cannons in their march towards the state assembly. Students continue to press their demand for a CBI probe into the jpsc recruitment controversy. Protest leader Devendra Mahato, arriving on a stretcher, warned that the Chief Minister's chair could be at risk if their demands remain unmet. And in Delhi, Rahul Gandhi has stepped up his attack on Home Minister over the alleged police brutality at Jantar Mantar, even as the government is ready for the HM to talk about the Delhi law and order situation in Parliament. Now, this begs a bigger question now. Even as government is ready for a full discussion, why is the opposition shifting the goalposts? Listen in to how students in Jharkhand first described the police crackdown earlier today.
लेकिन बैरिकेड से मैं काफी पीछे था। अचानक मैं देखा नहीं पीछे पुलिस है। पुलिस आके एक लाठी बहुत जोर से मारी यहाँ पे। उसके बाद मैंने भागने की कोशिश किया तो मैं नीचे गिर गया। नीचे गिरे तो इधर पैर में भी इधर चोट लग गया है।
अभी आंसू गैस छोड़ा गया हम लोग के ऊपर ताकि हम लोग भाग जाए, लेकिन जब तक हम लोग को इंसाफ नहीं मिलेगा हम लोग नहीं भागेंगे।
सरकार जब जब डरती है ये पुलिस को आगे करती है, लाठी गोली बंदूक वाटर कैनन का प्रयोग करती है। 3 राउंड बात हो गया, अब कोई बात नहीं करना है। हमारी मांग पूरी करे, नहीं तो ये छात्र सरकार के मुख्यमंत्री के कुर्सी तक पहुंच जाए। अगर छात्रों की बात नहीं मानती है तो सरकार की कुर्सी हिल सकती है। ये आक्रोश रुकने वाला नहीं है।
3 states, 3 marches and different levels of crackdown. In Delhi, protesters demanding action on the NEET paper leak were met with tear gas, batons and of course the contentious pellet guns. They were denied the permission to march to Parliament. In Ranchi today, jpsc aspirants demanding a CBI probe marching towards the Vidhan Sabha faced tear gas, water cannons and batons. They too were denied permission to march to the assembly and section 183 of the BNS was put in place. In Kerala, those protesting against NEET paper leak too faced tear gas, water cannons, batons after being denied the permission to march to the seat of power. Now, as the students confronted the heavy barricading, student leader Devendra Mahato questioned the security cordon, asking whether this is Pakistan, Bangladesh or the China border. He also accused the Soren government of crushing their voice with water cannons and tear gas, calling the government cowardly. He's warned the agitation will continue and even put the Chief Minister's chair on notice if their demands are not met.
सरकार हमारे आवाज को कुचलने के लिए टीयर गैस का, वाटर कैनन का, आंसू गोला का प्रयोग कर रही है जो निंदनीय है। सरकार डर गई है, कायर सरकार है। लेकिन हम लोग देखेंगे सरकार में कितना पावर है इसका टीयर गैस में, हम लोग देखेंगे कितना दम है इसका लाठी में। अगर छात्रों की बात नहीं मानती है तो सरकार की कुर्सी में खतरा है। आक्रोश रुकने वाला नहीं है, ये जन आंदोलन में बदल गया है।
Let's now tell you about the status report of the demands of the protesting students in Ranchi. The Soren government has accepted several key demands of the protesting JPSC aspirants, including cancellation of the 14th JPSC exam, removal of JPSC officials, an expert panel for exam reforms and fast-track legal action. But 2 major demands remain unresolved. Cancellation of the JSSC CGL exam and a CBI-led probe into the alleged exam irregularities. Now, though the march was largely peaceful, images of lathi charge and tear gas shells have deeply embarrassed the India bloc. Now, this has been going on. In fact, the India bloc has been going hammer and tongs over the BJP government, using pellet guns, spiked batons as well to douse the Jantar Mantar Gen Z protests. Today, Rahul Gandhi, who's been seeking a statement from Home Minister on the use of force against students in Delhi, condemned his own government in Jharkhand over the use of force on peaceful protesters.
झारखंड के छात्रों के लिए मेरा मैसेज क्लियर है. वी कंडेम एनी वायलेंस अगेंस्ट पीसफुली प्रोटेस्टिंग स्टूडेंट्स. डज नॉट मैटर वेयर इट इज हैपनिंग. वी कंडेम इट. वी आर अगेंस्ट इट. वी डू नॉट रेकमेंड इट. वी डू नॉट सपोर्ट इट. वी आर वेरी क्लियर. कोई कंफ्यूजन नहीं हमारे माइंड में. तो पीसफुल जब तक प्रोटेस्ट हो रहा है, कब उस प्रोटेस्ट को हिंसा से अटैक करना, उसके खिलाफ है.
Let's also tell you what Rahul Gandhi said about holding the Home Minister accountable in the press conference today. The first attack, that he was not interested in the Home Minister's fancy speech. The second, the question is who authorized firing on students. Third, if the HM ordered pellet gun firing, then he is guilty. He says if HM was unaware, then he is incompetent. Number 5, Prime Minister must come to Parliament and apologize. Number 6, theft of Ram Mandir is our third issue as well. Let's also tell you about the opposition's changing goalpost vis-a-vis the discussion in Parliament. What has happened is that government has said, let Parliament function. Opposition first came out to say that Pradhan must resign. Then we had seen how Pradhan stepped down, and the opposition then came out to say that the Prime Minister must apologize. There was a debate in government that the government wanted that the debate in Parliament take place. The opposition then came out to say that HM must reply first. Now that the government is saying that the Home Minister is ready to reply, opposition says that the debate should be on 2 issues. Government has come out to say that the Chanda Chori probe is on and it's under the aegis of the state government that the SIT is functioning. The opposition say that these demands are non-negotiable. So are we looking at a complete washout as far as the rest of this session is concerned? Let's quickly open this up and take it across to our panelists. With us is Ajay Saha, spokesperson of the BJP Jharkhand. We have Sujata Pandey, political analyst, joining us. Nigat Abbas is spokesperson of the Congress party, and Ghanshyam Tiwari is national spokesperson of the Samajwadi party. But Nigat, let me start first and foremost. In Delhi, when the students' protest was taking place, rightly so, the Congress raised issues of excessive use of police force against those students. But then, doesn't the same standard apply in Ranchi? How is it that lathi charge, tear gas, all that happening in Ranchi is all right?
Good evening, Madhav, to you, my co-panelists, and your viewers this evening. First of all, let's not create a false equivalence. I mean, let's go by facts, and first quote Rahul Gandhi ji, the leader of opposition, who has very clearly on record has said, you've already played that in your story, that what's happening against the student, it's wrong. We do not stand by it. We condemn it. The dialogue must continue to happen, which has already happened in regard of the Jharkhand government, and we've seen how the protesters' demands has been fulfilled. For example, the 3 exams have been cancelled. 3 people have resigned and the resignations have been accepted. 20 arrests have made, including the JPSC, the former JPSC chairman. The CID investigation is undergoing, and also the 90-day deadline has also already been given. Now, these are the facts. Now, when we look at the Delhi protest, let's just compare what has happened, because can you name one leader, Madhav, one leader who has condemned what has happened in Delhi? What brutality by Delhi police was used by Amit Shah ji's order? And instead what we can see is that Member of Parliament of BJP were busy countering the protesters by calling them gutter generation, by calling them virus, by calling them anti-nationals. Now here is the question that, is that the question that if the government can deploy force? Yes, the government can deploy force, but what happened at Jantar Mantar, was it proportionate and appropriate in the response of what the students at Jantar Mantar were protesting
Nigat
about?
Abbas, the fact is that tear gas and lathi charge was used in Jantar Mantar was wrong. The same yardstick has to be used for Ranchi. You can't say that, the Rahul Gandhi has said it's wrong and has condemned it. That doesn't take away from the fact that that has been used. It's excessive force of police anywhere in the country has to be roundly condemned. It should not have been done in the first place.
Madhav, can I please continue? Allow me for 10
Please answer the question. You're not answering the question I'm asking you.
Taxpayers' money have gone into running the monsoon session. No, allow me to finish, Madhav. Allow me to finish. Nobody wants to watch a yelling and a rankling show right now. I mean, trust me on that. Hundreds of crores of taxpayers' money have gone into running the monsoon session. Despite of that, we see that Amit Shah ji has been missing. The Home Minister has been missing from the entire session. I mean, how will you come and answer, and when will you come and answer that why...
Ma'am, the government today said Amit Shah is ready to come to the house.
Against the students. There are medical reports documenting the pellet injuries. This is not...
Nigat Abbas, this is not a stage, this is not a political rally. Please, I mean, it's not a monologue, it's a debate. Please allow the other point of view now. And I will come to the point of Amit Shah. And there also, there are many questions that the Congress also has to answer. The government certainly has to answer as the government of the day, but the opposition also has a responsibility to run the house. And if there are shifting goalposts, then you will also have to answer those questions. But Ajay Saha, answer the first question. The Congress party says that don't compare what has happened in Delhi to what has happened in Ranchi. In Ranchi, at least, there was round condemnation from opposition parties. Not a single leader has condemned the violence of what has happened in Delhi. In fact, they were busy calling names to the CJP protesters, including anti-national. Please respond.
Let us first draw a comparison between what is happening in Jharkhand and what happened in Delhi under Cockroach Janata Party. So in Delhi, there was the issue of paper leak in NEET examination, but in Jharkhand, if you see, there is no question of paper leak, but there is a clear case of job leak. There is a clear case of sold of job by JPSC and JSSC. And in fact, state investigating agency CID has itself endorsed that JPSC, JSSC under patronage of political masters have sold thousands of jobs to the people under some consideration. So this is the first difference. Number two, I'm very much sure that whenever we analyze any kind of corruption, especially in examination, in any part of the country, will not find a character like Abhay Tiwari, which we have seen in Jharkhand. In an illegal business, in this mega scam of examination, there is a character called Abhay Tiwari, who is like a brand ambassador of this illegal business, who would always say to the student that, see, I have myself qualified 3 to 4 examination conducted by JPSC or JSSC, and since I have myself qualified, I can make this deal done. And he would sell job like a brand ambassador in this examination. Number three, if you compare any scam in Jharkhand, then you find that in Jharkhand, always we get one corruption free with another corruption. Always there is a complementary corruption with one corruption. The current CID investigating agency, which is working in Jharkhand, which has arrested around 19 people, this investigation is itself a scam, because the investigation of CID is not to uncover this scam, but to cover this scam of JPSC. And CID is not finding the mastermind, the real culprit, the real kingpin, but CID is trying its best to save the main kingpin of this mega examination scam, who are the people sitting directly with Chief Minister in the CMO. Lastly, I would just like to answer on Rahul Gandhi. So Rahul Gandhi has given a comment that he supports the students and is against all the lathi charge or the brutal force by Jharkhand government. So Rahul Gandhi leads a political party which has 16 MLAs in Jharkhand, which has 4 ministers. Rahul Gandhi Congress party is part and parcel of Hemant Soren government. So Rahul Gandhi cannot simply discard by saying that I only support or I only condemn. If Rahul Gandhi is genuinely interested in the students' issue, then Rahul Gandhi must take its political support back from Jharkhand government. Otherwise, we all, including the students, will keep discussing, will keep endorsing that Rahul Gandhi is a person with double standard, double face, and he has time to visit foreign.
Double standards of Rahul Gandhi are being exposed, says the BJP. Respond, Nigat Abbas.
No, I do not understand what double standards. Please tell me what are the double standards of Modi ji and Amit Shah ji, who's the Honorable Prime Minister and Home Minister respectively. They're supposed to come and answer questions. Why is it always we bring it down to Rahul Gandhi ji? I mean, first of all, you tell me that do you stand as a respected spokesperson of BJP by the Member of Parliament who's gone on record and called the generation, the Gen Z, a gutter generation? Your president, the national president, Nitin Nabin, has called the Gen Z a virus, and your several Member of Parliament has called them anti-national. And do you also ask, when you're talking about accountability, I am 101% sure that the respected spokesperson of BJP will answer the question that why is that Amit Shah has been missing since so many days? Why is he not coming and telling that who ordered the use of pellet guns, who ordered the use of AK-47, who ordered the use of lathis on the private parts of females, who is ordering the so-called BJP
respond to that.
To send
it is a fact that Nitin Nabin has used such language. Several other BJP and RSS leaders have used language against the CJP protesters. The Congress says at least we didn't do that. Respond.
Political stand of BJP, ideological stand of BJP has been clearly stated by Honorable Prime Minister and Honorable Mohan Bhagwat. I guess when Mohan Bhagwat or Prime Minister of our country speaks something that is the ideological stand and political stand of BJP, and we are
you saying Mr. Nitin Nabin was wrong?
Secondly,
are you saying Mr. Nitin Nabin was wrong?
Secondly, can we please focus on
No, please answer the question, Mr. Shah. Pointed question she has asked you. Are you saying the language used by those BJP leaders earlier was wrong?
Our Honorable President, Mr. Nitin Nabin, has clearly stated that the people, the students who used violence, the fall means he was speaking only against those students, like Rahul Gandhi today himself has said that I am not protecting the students who have used violence in Jharkhand. It's the same thing. So our stand is still clear. We are with the students, but not with those anti-national forces.
All right. Let me bring in other panelists now. Ghanshyam Tiwari, I want you to come in on this. You have Nigat Abbas of the Congress rightly saying that why is the Home Minister not coming to the House? But today when the government announced that the Home Minister will come to the House, it appears that the goalpost had been shifted. Because now you say that no, we want Chanda Chori also as a discussion, something that was not there before this. So is the opposition also not serious about having a discussion on the important incidents that happened in Delhi relating to law and order following the Jantar Mantar protest?
Good evening, Madhav, to you, my fellow co-panelists and the viewers. Let me just put the stats in front of you. In 12 years, and any one of your viewers, including Ajay Saji, can go and look at any of the platform, Gemini, ChatGPT, Claude, whatever he wants to use. In 12 years, this government has called Parliament for less number of days than the number of Sundays in a year, per year. And the Prime Minister has attended Parliament less number of days than the number of gazetted holidays of central government. The number of holidays you get as gazetted holidays, Prime Minister attends Parliament less than that, and he's abroad thrice the number of times. This government has passed nearly 180 bills without any discussion. So clearly, this government is a blot on our democracy when it comes to parliamentary decorum. Running into this monsoon session, this government had turned Parliament into a shopping spree, buying and threatening MPs from across the country and saying they have two-thirds majority. When you have two-thirds majority, this multi-billion-dollar authoritarian BJP empire that has amassed 25,000 crore in donation and yet steals from Ram Mandir, when you have two-thirds majority, the Prime Minister is missing from the Parliament. He has time to do midnight Instagram reels. He's missing from the Parliament. Home Minister has time to coordinate cameras all across Delhi to attack our girls brutally, vulgarly, through his police, as he is accused of, and not show up in the Parliament. Every single tainted BJP minister today, their children are running multi-million and multi-billion dollar empire, including Mr. Amit Shah's son himself. Why should our sons and daughters be traumatized like this? And
exactly. So why not allow for the Home Minister to come to the House and opposition can ask him all these questions, Ghanshyam? That is exactly my question to you. That, of course, accountability. No, Avan, just a second. Of course, the principle of accountability is important in any parliament, in any democracy. But the point is that if the government is ready to give in to your demand, that not just yours, but all the opposition's demand, then why not allow for the HM to come? How will the country know what the HM or the government has to say?
I just laid out the statistics that the Prime Minister doesn't want to come to the House. The Home Minister, who used all kinds of methods to turn Parliament into a shopping mall and amass two-thirds majority, does he need my permission or your convincing to come to the House?
Did you hear the statements that happened today? Did you see what happened at 2 p.m. in the Lok Sabha?
Did the House start today?
Ghanshyam, the simple point is that obviously the government has been under pressure. The opposition has been relentless in putting pressure on the government. Now that is one side of the debate, and that is the opposition and government have their own roles in Parliament. The point is, how will we have a discussion if the House is constantly disrupted? It's a very simple question.
Yes, one sentence answer. I know there's another panelist. One sentence. When Mr. Pradhan resigned to save the job of the Prime Minister, when he resigned, the government pleaded the opposition and went to the media saying opposition is not allowing a debate on exam paper leak. When the debate happened, 70 MPs spoke across both sides, but the Prime Minister was missing. The Home Minister was missing. The current Education Minister, who has the atrocious ability to support the rapists of Bilkis Bano, he was there, but he didn't make a convincing speech.
Okay.
This is the state of the government.
Let me get this question across to Sujata Pandey. Sujata Pandey, this is a government that is not listening. Leaders do not come to the House. And perhaps that's the explanation that Samajwadi Party spokesperson has for continuing the disruption today after the HM or the announcement of Parliamentary Affairs Minister that HM would come to the Lok Sabha. Your response, Sujata Pandey.
So first of all, Madhav, I think both the panelists, forgot that how opposition kept on changing the stand. First, it was about the HM should explain who ordered this attack and the pellet guns and all of that. Then they changed it to his resignation. Then the Ram Mandir was included. And what is the opposition doing? I hope you all remember how they staged, Pappu Yadav staged the entire Sadhu thing and then the Danpa and just to mock the Hindus. So is this the way the opposition wants to have a discussion outside the parliament? Because when you go inside the parliament, today itself, when this bill was getting introduced, was there one person listening? There was not even one person, and this is not the first time. Sometimes it is Adani, sometimes it is Hindenburg, sometimes it is Rafael, and none of it has been proven. You remember Pegasus? How much of the ho-halla it was that, oh my God, the Rahul Gandhi's phone has been that they're listening to his phones and etc. And when the court asked him to submit the phones, he backed out. And this has happened with the Manipur also. Manipur, so much of ho-hangama happened. It was like as if it was the most burning issue, and it was. When the Prime Minister came and the Home Minister came to answer, the entire opposition walked out. I think people of India are watching and they are clever enough to decide who's
There's a clear pattern here. Ganjam, respond. Yeah, I think that's an important point you made, whether it's Manipur, there are other instances also. You know, seeking accountability of the government is obviously very important. But when the government is ready to reply, why then boycott? Why then disrupt? That the question still continues, because here is Sujata Pandey who says this is a larger pattern and a trend.
Two-sentence answer to Sujata ji. One is, can anybody in this panel, and Madhav, your desk also, name when was the last time the Prime Minister visited Manipur? He could see a tortoise in Seychelles, but he did not have time. The last time he visited Manipur and announced that give us vote in 2022, we give us vote and we have a 25-year roadmap for peace and prosperity of Manipur. The man went missing. Every time the nation needs the man goes missing. And then you say that opposition is not like. Second point, you saw Akhilesh ji doing press conference. You will see Rahul Gandhi ji doing press conference. Okay, the opposition did not allow Home Minister to come to the parliament. Can he not do a press conference? Can Prime Minister not do a press conference? What are these people afraid or shy of? They are not kings and queens of this country. They are not emperors. They are elected people who are accountable to the country, and if they do not have the courage to face a parliament that they have turned into a shopping mall by 2/3 majority, then at least do a press conference wherever they want to do. Who's stopping them?
Sujata Pandey.
So you want a press conference or you want a parliament discussion? Because that should be the first point of discussion. Because earlier you started with the parliament, that the Prime Minister is not. First of all, I think we all should know that there are protocols of the parliament. The Prime Minister doesn't attend all the days of the parliament. No Prime Minister till today has attended all the days of the parliament in every session. There are 0 hours which are dedicated to the Prime Minister, and Prime Minister will come and answer. But that will only happen when the parliament functions. When the MPs are putting those glasses and putting all kind of nonsenses from the opposition, doing all kind of drama just to demean the sadhus and the Ram Mandir and the Hindu Asta. Is this how you want really the opposition to be answerable? Even as a common citizen, I would want certain questions to be asked. I want FCRA bill to be discussed. I want women reservation bill to be passed. I want the delimitation to be passed. But nothing of that sort is happening. And who's paying that money? I think I am paying as a common man. Ghanshyam Tiwari is paying. Nikhat Abbas is paying. These politicians are not paying because you are being a spokesperson and defending the party is good, but look at what is happening to the country. And you're saying Rahul Gandhi is doing press conference. Rahul Gandhi is doing press conference, but not talking about Ranchi. But today he should have done. All he did was saying, "I condemn." Condemnation doesn't really account to asking for what happened to the student demand. Is it so difficult if he's such a big stature of a leader? He could have just said,
All right, completely out of time there, Sujata Pandey. I'd like to thank you as well as Ghanshyam Tiwari. Also, of course, Nikhat Abbas and Ajay Shah of the BJP for joining us this evening. Certainly not the last word yet. The crisis continues in Ranchi. Students are continuing to protest. Will the government there be able to resolve the students' issues with sensitivity? Continues to remain a burning question. Thanks so much for joining us on story number 1.